What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at base Zambrotta. We managed to do the second icon SBC. We did use a lot of coins because we was trying the upgrade method, and honestly I was just getting 81 to 83s. There was no walkouts, no nothing, so we ended up going and doing it. I wanted to do it anyway because the chances are you could get someone good, and I'm okay if we don't. As long as we didn't get a duplicate. We already had Van der Sar, we already had Vidic, so pretty much there's about, well, there's 100 icons in the game, or 99 if you take away Beckham from the moment. You've got 98 other icons. We have seen duplicates back to back before, but we did manage to go and get Zambrotta himself, a very nice card. And honestly I was a bit disappointed to start with because he's an 86. Obviously, there is only so many with a high rated. And I was thinking, I really wanted one of the big ones. Who doesn't? But when you actually look at him, he looks a fantastic card. He's over the SBC price. He's 628 on Xbox and 745 on the PlayStation. So I'm very happy with the price. At the minute, Vidic and Zambrotta were both higher than the SBC, or higher than I completed it for. So I can't complain too much there. Let me know down below who you got in your second base icon. And let's get into Zambrotta's review. The first question is, can you use it? So with Zambrotta, the one thing I noticed straight off the bat is the 5-star weak foot and the 4-star skills. Absolutely phenomenal stuff right there. A right back with a real talent on him. He's got cracking pace at 91. He is 5'11", so not the smallest right back, which is perfect. He has got an average body type with a high attacking and a medium defensive, and I've literally only just changed my right back to the milestone or league player Bellerin. So I was a little bit annoyed that I've got to take him out, to be honest. I've been absolutely loving Bellerin going down that wing, kind of doing the defensive duties. He's fast, he has the overlap, and Zambrotta is just a higher version of him, or at least a kind of like a almost better version of him in some aspects, really. Defensive-wise is fine. Obviously, you will need a chem style for an anchor, I would say. You've got good physicals with 90 stamina. Not going to complain one bit there. 81 strength and 85 aggression. Awesome. 82 composure is the only stat that I'm thinking it could be better. It really could be better. But if I kind of weigh it up, the stats that he's got are absolutely cracking. We've got good passing. The rest of the dribbling, bar from agility balance, is 80s and above. Agility balance, I'm okay with. I don't need him necessarily to be the kind of main dribbler down that wing. But as long as he can kind of do the 1-2s, maybe every so often get that overlap. You'll see in the very first clip an absolute cracking run from him, winning the game in the end 3-2, and a beautiful goal across, well, went across goal in fact, managing to do what most people can't do, especially defenders. So incredible stuff from there. Let's get into some gameplay, and then we'll have a look more into the overall review, who we could have got in the base icon and who I kind of would have wanted over Zambrotta. So if we go into the first clip then, as you can see, look at him making that run, overtakes, I think it was Ansu Fati down that wing. Cracking run, goes inside. I think, you know what, give it a go. 2 slides and a keeper save, and he still manages to bag it. That was the first goal he scored for me. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I can't wait to try him in weekend league again. Hopefully we don't have to use him too much, because obviously the point is not to be the centre back. But in general, just the work from him is really good. We get a good like clearance there, lovely reflex save, and honestly that's pretty much sums him up really. He's got that ability to be there. I really like him going down a wing. You'll see a lot of overlaps from him, a lot of 1-2s, and that's for me is where I want him. He is great at coming down his touchline, but the one thing you've got to always be careful with something like this is if he takes the ball off you there, which he could have done, you've then got him out of position by a long shot. So you've only got to use him if A, you know the opponent necessarily isn't capitalizing on that overlap, or you just do a simple that. Maybe I go back again, I go back with the 1-2, and then he can go even further. Maybe the defender's being pushed out and he's controlling someone else. That's always a nice thing to have when you're controlling a right back. You can almost move where the opponent's going. We see the little 1-2 again. It's very risky play because as soon as I lose that ball, Ansu Fati's being pushed up. Zambrotta is pretty much in the opponent's half. So if I don't score, I've got to make sure that I'm either okay with a free centre-backs and bring a CDM back, or I can just kind of like nail it out really. But in general, I was really happy with his gameplay. Actually, I was disappointed to start with, but now I've kind of gone into him a little bit, put him in the team. I'm actually enjoying him, to be honest. But let's go into the overall review, and see what I thought. So we have Mr. Zambrotta here, 628 on the Xbox. As you can see, he was 640 when I did the review, and 745, which was 740 on the PlayStation. Up and down, obviously. I believe there is a potential for an icon swaps for him, but I feel like it's going to be the left back. Potentially, if they do put Roberto Carlos in again. If they put Roberto Carlos in, maybe we get the base then. I think it is quite a decent right back if you look at the price difference between the right wing back and the left back. But the one thing is, the left back has already got Ferland Mendy, who is absolutely cracked. They also have a Roberto Carlos if needed. At this moment in time, we have a Zanetti mid, we have a Carlos Alberto mid, and we have a Zambrotta base. Then it's like Walker, it's then Bellerin, then we've got Wan-Bissaka, Trent, and really, I'd say other than maybe Carlos Alberto, who actually looks incredible as a centre-back this year, I would probably go with Zambrotta next, and quite rightly so. When I was talking to the lads yesterday, they were saying that literally, he is probably the second, if not first, best right back currently on the game. We have obviously got Alarm coming. Don't know how well he's going to be. I think he's going to be more of a CDM for me. But there is quite a few more coming. We've got a prime Carlos Alberto and more than likely a prime Moment coming. So it's not going to be forever. But for right now, I'm actually absolutely happy with my defence. Courtois in net, Zambrotta right back, Vidic centre back with Varane, and then Mendy left back. I couldn't be happy with that defence. I think that is a winning defence in my eyes. I don't really need to change it. But if we look at, obviously, the links, the Italian icons, we'll go at Italy. We'll have a look at everybody else. But you have got the likes of Maldini to partner him up to, Baresi, Nesta, and there's one more who I keep forgetting. Baresi, Nesta, Maldini. Oh, no, I think that might be. Oh, and Cannavaro, of course. I knew I was forgetting somebody. They're obviously the big boys in the Italian shirt. We have Pirlo from last year. Del Piero, you could go CDM. Same as Baggio. We've got Inzaghi up front, Vieri. There's a lot of Italian icons. So there is a nice amount that you can get. Personally, I like to have as many icons in my club as possible, just because it's like a nice little feature to have them in there. Obviously, it's not good when you get a duplicate. But in terms of other Italians, Chiellini kind of past it nowadays. Immobile or Mobile, not bad at all. Donnarumma being the goalkeeper, linking him with either the centre-back or the right-back if you want to put him as centre-back. Romagnoli as the storyline. Very, very nice end storyline this year. Then we've got Insigne, Bonucci, a few of the others. We got Florenzi who's in the position. I think personally Zambrotta is better than him. And then obviously as we go into, I want to have a look at the icons, the base icons, so what we could have actually get. I think we can search it somewhere. Where are the icons at? There we are. Let's have a look at base. So this is what you could have got, basically. From the base, from the top down up. Pele would take. Maradona, I would take. I've never been a huge fan of him in terms of in-game kind of play, but I feel like I'd get used to him if I got him in a base. I would be more than happy. Zidane, I absolutely love from last year. R9, would love, but I think, again, I would prefer his mid, like everybody else. Garrincha would be absolutely perfect. Eusebio would. Ronaldinho, no matter what version, I'll absolutely take. Cruyff, yes. Puskas, big up Dylan, massive there. Matthias, I would have taken. Maldini I would have loved in a mid, but I think in his left back, I wouldn't have been too pleased just because Ferland Mendy, I'd had to have put him as a centre back or a right back regardless. George Best I'd take. Cantona definitely. I'd take any of the new lads, to be honest. I was really happy with Vidic. I'd take even a Xavi. I'd take a Schweinsteiger just because they're new. I like the new cards. We got Zidane last year. Cannavaro I'd definitely take. I had him for ages last year. But you can get the drift. There is a lot of big icons you can still get. A huge amount of price tag. So there is a good chance that you did make the value as such. There is unfortunately unlucky ones like Scholes, Bobby Moore, Shearer, where you may have lost 300-400k of value of players, but if you did craft it, then you're absolutely fine. I really can't argue with that. So if we do go back to Zambrotta, just to finish him off for the moment, I need to find him. We do have, what other versions do you have? He has a left back, and then his prime is a right back. And obviously that is better. So obviously his prime is going to be one of the ones that will overtake him as a base. Absolutely cracking stuff there. We've got a really good defensive upgrade and we could whack an anchor on him. I know we don't have him just yet, but 92 right back. That is phenomenal stuff right there. As we put an anchor on this guy right now, it turns him into an 89 right back, 96 pace, 89 defending, and 90 physicals. I don't see how that could get any better. I've personally given him a 9.5. Obviously, there is still little tweaks and kind of things that I want to improve. Obviously, his composure would be nice at an 85, 90 above if he's going to be a card that's going to be lasting me quite some time. Agility balance, I would always like to be higher. To be honest, passing, I would again like it higher like anybody else, but I'm quite happy with that where it is, and then everything else for me is absolutely fine. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. Let me know down below what you think, and again, let me know what icon you got in your second icon pack, or if it's your first, what did you get in your first icon pack? But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for 6.7k subs, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.